What makes you uniquely you? It wasn't until I stepped on this campus in 1104 South Wabash, fall 2008, that I would learn and be well equipped to make an impact through one simple mantra: create change. For me, my mark on this campus came through being associated with one affinity group, Black Student Union. It was there I experienced my series of firsts: registering to vote, helping to produce and manage our then most notable showcase, Painted Black. But most importantly, it was where I learned that I had something to say and that my voice mattered in this world. After a series of in-depth BSU discussions and intimate dinners with everyone from the Debbie Allen to Hill Harper, I knew I was well able to go into the world as a woman of color and make a difference. After graduating from Columbia College Chicago in 2012, I was introduced to a concept called creative disruption. As if I didn't already know that what I offered any industry was invaluable, cue Beyonce Run the World Girls, I knew that the workforce was going to challenge every ideal and opportunity for change I was coming in to shake up. My definition of creative disruption can be described as the millennial way to fuel positive change within companies, communities, and the world at large through innovation, ideas, and effectively impact an organization. How do you do that? One word: authenticity. Before we go deeper into creative disruption, I want to talk a bit about me. There we go. I wasn't always a disruptor or a challenger. I became this way. As a matter of fact, I was the kid that didn't speak up. I oftentimes brushed off things that rubbed me the wrong way until I discovered my power. It's funny, as a parent, I observe my 5-year-old Zion and how he is the complete opposite of all that I was at that age. His self-awareness and his agency are incredible. As a millennial in mid-management, I've learned the value of showing up authentically and leading by example. In any professional space, I lead with compassion. I encourage tenacity and I provide opportunities for innovation and a growth mindset amongst team members. In my role as a director of teacher support for One Goal, a nonprofit organization in Chicago, it is my job to advocate and empower educators to find culturally responsive and organic solutions that aid student success as they embark on their next journey graduating from high school. I collaborate with external and internal stakeholders to curate messaging and curriculum that engages our students in under-resourced communities. This undertaking requires having my pulse on the culture and engaging in the most authentic way. In the workforce, I've become a disruptor naturally. I see a thing, then I see how I can change a thing effectively through a creative lens. Maybe it's the Columbia College Chicago in me. In 2017, when I transitioned into the education industry, I started as a dean of students, a pretty regular role with no creativity. In this role, the principal gave me complete autonomy to approach this role using conversation over consequence. I irritated a lot of people, I'm just gonna tell you, my colleagues mostly, by not suspending students for misbehavior, and instead I sought out ways to change their behavior through learned experiences. These experiences included, to quote my sister, author of How You See It, The Power of Perspective, B. Lynn, exposure is proof of life's possibilities. So whether it was creating an opportunity for Principal for the Day featuring Mayel Organic CEO and founder Monique Rodriguez so that students could see a real-time millionaire who looks just like them, or providing free haircuts and book bags for students to feel self-love and empowerment from a community that cares about them, and or making International Day of the Girl a hands-on immersive experience in partnership with Luster's Pink with empowerment sessions and hands-on sessions. I learned early on that my students strive and change through love. Many people asked, What does that have to do with being a dean of students? In your eyes, nothing, if you're judging it by your lived experience. But I was there to disrupt the norm. For this TED Talk, I want to tackle 2 points today: pushing the envelope and being a champion for good. Pushing the envelope. There we go. There we go. How does being authentic in the workplace aid millennials? It's simple. It helps you understand the power of your voice and consistently work toward credibility. One can only build credibility by bridging creativity, knowledge, and opportunity for calculated risk. At this stage in your career, it's important to assess the pros and cons of potential professional opportunities while asking yourself, does it land me closer or further from my ultimate goal? Let's be clear. Don't be afraid to take the shot. Trusting your gut and instinct propels you forward. To quote my fellow UNCF Millennial Mastermind, Derek Christian, who is the Director of Marketing and Innovation at our very own historic United Center, you're here to elevate the game, not simply play in it. Innovation is a team sport that requires adding your unique skills, not replicating others. Stepping into your power empowers the world, and we all win when you begin to play authentically. Get in the game. Sure, taking the shot can be scary. Disruption of any kind takes courage. Courage to value yourself, courage to value your voice, and courage to value your unique skill that will ultimately enhance your role in the workplace and as a whole. Being a champion for good. Many millennials post-pandemic have sought opportunities to align themselves with organizations that aid their personal and professional development, often asking, how does this organization value millennial voices of color? Being a champion for good is primarily tied to advocacy. In the workplace, being seen and valued is the highest standard. Equitable chats are no longer backroom conversations and are the basis for many professional development, onboarding sessions, and think tanks. Being a disruptor can sometimes require you to uniquely approach solutions through creativity. Do not limit the power of your mind. Do not limit your creativity. Maybe your lane is leading DEI discussions or possibly sitting on panels to problem-solve deliverables that lead to real next steps. Being a champion for good equates to this groundbreaking answer. You are the solution. You must trust in your ability to deliver. Your voice and your approach matters in any space that you're in, especially professionally. Let your authenticity fuel you as a leader. As you begin to discover your avenue of disruption, I want you to ask yourself the following questions. Is my pushback valuable to the goal and success of this workplace? Is my voice silenced or respected in this quest for change? A piece of advice, you are there to be a change agent. So challenge the norms. Build your team of innovators and allow creative disruption to lead the way. Trust what you bring, what you know, and shift the way. You are the wave of authenticity your organization has been waiting for. Thank you.